Hi everybody. So today I went to the doctor and this is pretty much just going to be an update of my video yesterday. I was really sick yesterday in that video, but I went to the doctor today and I originally made the appointment to talk to him about my weight because when I met with the trainer at my gym, he concerned me quite a bit because my BMI was so high at 41.5. He really made me worry, so I wanted to talk to my doctor and really just kind of sort things out about that. I talked to him and he wasn't that concerned about, like, obviously I'm overweight, and that's what he told me, but he wasn't concerned about me being obese like the guy at the gym told me. Yes, my number is considered obese, but my body is not considered obese. Like 41.5 BMI is considered obese. That's just how it is. I think 26 to 30 or something is considered obese. But just he could tell from looking at me, from like my activity level and stuff like that, I'm not obese. I'm overweight, and that's what he told me. He said 200's not obese. 300, 350 is obese. So that's what he reassured me on that. And I also got a checkup. I got a checkup for being sick, and it ends up that I have the flu. I did not get my flu shot. I don't like getting shots, and I didn't get my flu shot, so I probably could have totally avoided this little sickness thing that I got going on. I have a fever of 100.1, so just a small fever, but that explains why I'm feeling under the weather and stuff. I'm still very congested. He gave me a prescription for a Z-Pak, which is an antibiotic, but he said don't fill it unless I really need it, because he said if you're really feeling like you really need it, that might help with just a little bit of the congestion, but as for the flu, an antibiotic isn't going to work. Might help clear up congestion or an ear infection or something like that, but so I don't know. So I'm not gonna fill that unless I really feel like I need it in a couple days, like he said to. Having the flu has made me not that hungry. My appetite is pretty low, so I'm not like starving or anything. I don't have like cravings for anything right now like I would normally probably, but I'm just not very hungry. I had a piece of string cheese. For breakfast, I had a peanut butter and jelly, and then a Nutri-Grain bar, which I know isn't very good for you. You get a lot of whole grains from it, but it has quite a bit of sugar in it. But, yeah, I just wasn't feeling that great, so I just had some string cheese. So that's kind of like my update. My doctor did refer me to a nutritionist that he knows, that he works with, and I guess she's supposed to be pretty good, so I'm gonna go meet with her just so I can learn a little bit more about foods, get the concept of what I really should be eating, what's good for my body and everything, and then like what I should maybe steer away from, because when I was talking with my doctor, he was like, you know, fruits and vegetables are good for you, but if they're very sugary, then they're not. He said bananas, pears, and oranges are usually what you should maybe stay away from. He said apples are good, strawberries, berries, stuff like that. Those are better because they're not as sweet. They don't have the sugar. You don't get as much sugar from them as you would an apple, orange, or a pear. So he said that, and he also told me something that was really interesting about sugar. He told me that sugar wasn't around before the 1800s. They didn't know about sugar until they started getting they had the canes, like the sugar canes, like whatever those sugar canes are. So they had that as like a natural sweetener, but in order to get like the sugar we have today, like the white sugar that we have, it's processed, and it was never like that before. They didn't have that until the 1800s. So it's not a part of it's not what humans were supposed to be eating. It's the sugar cane as a whole, not processed or whatever, is better for you because it's raw, and that was a part of their diet. But once you got it processed like we have it now, and they did it differently, you know, back in the 1800s, things have obviously changed, but it's not supposed to be in the human diet. So that's why, you know, when we were Native Americans and stuff like that, well, when back in before the 1800s, I'm not trying to give you a history lesson or anything, but they weren't using sugar. They were going out hunting their food, you know, they were eating everything raw, like, you know, no pesticides and stuff, like it was just all natural because it's just what they had. So that is pretty much like what our body is supposed to have. We were supposed to have the meat. We were supposed to go out and hunt for our meat, so we'd burn those calories. So he said typically, the human should be 130 to 160 in weight. That's just typical. It's not everybody. It's not, you know, getting into height and bodybuild and stuff like that. But that's just like what humans were created to be like, and things have changed and stuff like that. So I just thought it was really interesting about that. He told me that story, and that was really interesting. So I'm gonna really try and cut sugar out of my diet as best as I can, and if I am going to use sugar, maybe use raw sugar, sugar in the raw, I guess that's what I call it. I don't know, but just trying to cut sugar out. He said that'll make a huge difference. He said I should be at 1,400 to 1,500 calories a day. I know I don't eat that many calories as it is. Today I've had a peanut butter jelly, a Nutrigrain bar, and string cheese. So I'm definitely not at my, you know, 1,400 calories. I'm at about usually 1,200 calories a day, maybe 1,000 calories, depending on the day, depending on how I'm feeling and stuff like that. He said, as long as you eat every so often, your body will keep going. He said every cell is a little factory. So, you know, he said I was eligible for the lap band, but he said there's no need to, because all the lap band is you're shrinking your stomach so you take in less calories. It's simple. Burn more calories than you eat. So, that's what he told me. He said I shouldn't be too concerned. So that was interesting to hear, and I'm going to be meeting with the nutritionist hopefully next week or something, so I can get on with that and learn more about foods. So that's just kind of like my update. I'm feeling a little bit better. This morning I was feeling horrible. I'm gonna try and make a movie about every day-ish, depending on how I'm feeling. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little history lesson, but I just thought that was kind of interesting and wanted to share it with you. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.